InTalksicated reviews. InTalksicated reviews. InTalksicated reviews. InTalksicated reviews.
Welcome back to the Intoxicated Reviews podcast. We are here with an episode of, I guess it will be recap and refill. Makes sense. I am your host, Corey West. I am joined by the host of the Intoxicated podcast,
Hello.
Sarah.
Hello. Welcome to the Sad Girl Studios.
Is that the official name? It's not the Sassy Girl Studios anymore?
It's definitely sad. It's all around sad. And we are with some dragons as well.
Yeah.
Behind us. Yeah. And John and Danny as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Right in the middle. Right here.
Yeah, last night we went over to your sister's place and watched season 8, episode 1, which is called Winterfell.
Oh, is that I didn't even know it was called that.
Yeah, I guess we're going to review the first episode. I had to go back in my notes and be like, oh, yeah, I should actually look to see what the name of this is. Because they're not releasing any names of the episodes till they
in
air.
advance?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
So this one was called Winterfell. And rightfully so. The majority of this takes place at Winterfell. This is kind of a throwback episode. I guess I should say, before we get into that, I am drinking for this podcast. I am hiding it behind my own.
Oh, psh. Show that shit.
Yes, this is Nova Scotia Spirit Codes Alert Vodka. It is a vodka infused with Anchor Coffee, another local business.
Is it good?
It's really, really good. I am obsessed with it.
I mean, you love your coffee, so.
And I love booze, so.
It makes sense that you would mix the two things. And that's Nova Scotia Spirit Co.
Yeah.
That's bitchin'.
Yeah, they're kind of killing it. So this is, I love this. I would get this all the time.
I'm tempted to try it, but I gotta stop drinking. I'm on medication, and it's just I didn't realize how hard it was for me just to not drink.
It's very tough, especially since we do trivia pretty much every week. That's a drinking night. You have a drunk podcast, I guess, or a drinking podcast.
Yeah, and I regret doing that. So man, things are going to get really shitty if I ever have to quit drinking for real.
Oh, yeah. Then,
but,
what would you call it? Intoxicated?
I'm trying to fix my face. There we go.
Oh, yeah, just messing with the levels.
Yeah. Guys, we're doing some video lately, and sorry if it's not perfect, but we're trying.
Yeah. I mean, if they have any problem with the video portion of this, I don't know. It's a video.
We are primarily podcast.
Yeah.
We have never admitted to being videographers.
Yeah, it's true. So. True. This is my second recorded episode, Intoxicated on camera, because we did the
the
Ready or Not on your live stream, 15-hour live. No, yeah, 15
Yep, 15.
Hour. Yeah. And you just did your comedy live stream a couple weeks ago, so you're getting all this video stuff down pat. I have yet to
I thought it would be funny to do drunk or drinking Game of Thrones reaction live streams after each Game of Thrones episode on Sunday nights. But then I was like, everyone will be in bed.
Yeah, true.
But I also am just I'd like to do more streaming, just off the cuff streaming.
Yeah.
Just random streams.
Yeah. I mean, they're always fun. And I mean, even drinking games on streams and stuff, that could be fun.
Yeah, there's some fun things we can do with that.
Anyway, I guess we should jump in this episode. We did watch this, like I said, at your sister's place, me, you, and Evan. Unfortunately, Evan couldn't make it tonight, but yeah, it was Winterfell, episode 1. This is kind of an episode that is a throwback to the first episode ever. Yeah. There's a lot of parallels there, especially with this. The first episode opens of Game of Thrones with Robert Baratheon and Cersei coming to visit Winterfell. It's kind of paralleled with Jon Snow now and Dany.
Yeah. There's a lot of parallels, actually.
Yeah. There and
different things that happen.
The person trying to see in the original one, it was Arya. What's her name?
Arya,
yeah. I don't know why
I know. I always want to say area, but it is
Arya, yes.
Arya,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they had like the same kid, but then the kid almost runs into her, and she is just watching it.
Right.
This is like reunion the episode too.
Yeah.
Like a lot of, it's a good way to kick off the season, I guess. I always found the Game of Thrones first episodes of like continuing seasons always kind of like you hype them up so much, and then they kind of are just like we're catching you up, like just.
I heard someone on a podcast describe it as a table setting episode.
Yeah, and that makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
We get this kind of parallel thing. We have, like I said, Jon Snow and Daenerys Targaryen riding into town on their horses.
Coming on in.
Yes, and what else? Like what else do we get in that scene? I guess we get a bunch of people too, because we get Gendry coming, and Arya sees him and she smiles after seeing Jon, and he thinks she's going to yell to Jon, but she kind of lets the moment pass. I thought for sure she was not even going to, I thought she wasn't even going to talk to him for the whole episode.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know why, just because she wouldn't react when he was walking by, and I'm like, uh-oh. And it's like, no, of course
She's kind of taking it all in.
Yeah, because there was Gendry, there was the Hound, which that was surprising to her as well because she left him for dead.
Yes.
I forget. I guess. What's
There's Jorah and that other chick,
her like right, not the hand, but her like
the
right.
bear lady.
yeah.
Bear, like the little one who looks grumpy.
Oh,
she's like related to Jorah. Somehow.
Yes, that's right. And Jorah, and that's another thing people brought up because Jorah still like he escaped execution by Ned Stark, so him being in Winterfell is kind of like, ooh,
yeah,
is he going to get his comeuppance kind of thing,
right?
Yeah, so
many reunions,
and we find out, even though it comes off super racist at first, but we have Wormtongue and
Wormtongue.
Oh, not Wormtongue. I'm getting that mixed up.
Do we
with
have the
Harry
hashtag
Potter.
already?
Yeah. What's his name?
Grey Worm.
Grey Worm. Oh my god, I'm mixing up my shit. Yeah, so we get Grey Worm, and I don't remember.
Missandei or
some. Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
Missandei?
Yeah, let's go with Missandei.
Yeah, let's go with that.
And then it's like the people are giving him like stink eyes. I'm like, is Winterfell like really just racist?
I think that's a safe assumption.
Well, what they did say, like, I think somebody said after, it's like, oh, the Winterfell doesn't take kind to outsiders. But I think they were looking the same way at like Daenerys and everybody. But it just was weird that it was really focused on them. Right off the get-go.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is where we get this initial, that seems like really catty friction between Daenerys and Sansa, which is, I don't know how that's going to go down. What do you think of Sansa, taking into account of last season as well? Like, she's getting darker.
She is. I get that she's like a logical person. She's also been like running the ship, right? So like then all these people, then Daenerys comes in, but she's been running the ship the whole time, and she's like, you can't just take it over.
Yeah.
But yet she says like, Winterfell is yours.
Yeah, but she almost said that like sarcastically, like.
Didn't they say that in the first episode though? They said it. I think someone said it too.
Robert.
Yeah. Someone said it too.
Like, yeah, Winterfell.
It was a similar thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It makes a lot of sense. Like, and obviously, if Jon's backing Daenerys, I guess all the kingdoms are backing like Winterfell has to back Daenerys because Sansa's not really in play for the Iron Throne, I guess.
No, I don't think she has a chance.
No.
It's funny because Shannon's never watched an episode, but she's like, we were kind of briefly talking about it and about like who would end up on the throne, which I heard some interesting theories recently.
Oh, no, we'll get to
but she's like, no way, it's gonna be Sansa, right? I was like, no, girl.
No,
she ain't ended up on there.
I mean, that'd be a curveball, which would be awesome. But I mean, I think they're really hammering home the fact like Daenerys is gonna sit on that throne, which makes me think that she's not gonna sit on that throne.
Yeah, 100%. I don't think she will.
I don't think so either. We'll get into that in our predictions. We are going to do, like I said, well, I didn't actually say. I'm reviewing episode 1. I'm not going to do this weekly, but I just want to get off the first episode under the belt, and it's fun. We'll do some predictions at the end, and then at the end we'll do total recap episode. Hopefully
Yeah.
we'll get Evan.
Bookend it.
Yeah, exactly.
And maybe if something really epic happens halfway through, you could do like a halfway one, maybe.
yeah. Like I'm still trying to get off a review thing on YouTube, so maybe I can get that off the ground. But yeah, so we get this initial tension between Dany and Sansa. It's there. She's not really accepting, but I guess Winterfell's not accepting of Targaryen because Winterfell's always backed Baratheons and the Lannisters. So, and Targaryens are like the mortal enemies kind of thing, or fight for.
And they're two alpha females.
Yes, exactly, which is awesome. But I think Sansa's gonna go full evil. She's gonna do something. I don't know.
She totally, like, she has that vibe.
Yeah, like she's really hardened at this point. And I mean, she's gone through a lot. So, I mean, can't really blame her a little bit. She had a little interesting reaction when she saw the dragons go overhead. I think
Yeah, she seemed worried.
yeah
Arya, on the other hand, like, smiled. When she
had
saw
like
the
a
dragons.
smirk. So I don't know, all that stuff's interesting.
So
So we have a little kind of, I guess everything, we have a little meeting with the queen and what's going to happen, and there's a lot of tension because the young Umber boy they need more food, so he's going to go get more food because the dragons like eat a lot of things. Like,
remind me about the Umbers again, because I was lost about that.
I think they just back Winterfell.
Okay. So this was just a
don't-
kid. Was this the kid that was climbing at the beginning
No,
and looking
no.
out? That was a different kid.
But
Okay.
but it is the kid that is stuck to the wall at the end of
right,
the episode.
which was insane.
Yeah, like I'm not the greatest Game of Thrones historian when it comes to books. I think Big John Umber, or not the kid, but like I think his father is a big part of the books. I think he's shown up on the show.
Right.
Evan should be here because he would.
I know, right?
I
He's
know.
the
He's the historian to all this stuff.
he is.
Yeah, and he reads the books. But it basically was like, hey, we have you've brought this army to help us protect Winterfell. Awesome, but we hate this Dothraki and Unsullied and 2 dragons. How are we gonna feed all these?
It's
people?
true.
Yeah.
She's a practical lady.
Yes, exactly. But it should be like you have a zombie horde coming towards
It should be like there should be a love trial between Daenerys and Sansa, like who's like in the middle.
Yeah.
But like they're just very like they're on opposite ends. you
Yeah,
know?
it's it. Yeah. But I mean, Dany has kind of all the power, and Sansa, I don't know. Like she
has the practicality, and she's been there for so long. Like she knows the lay of the land, kind of thing.
and she's had to grow up fast with everything she's been put through.
all
so
that rape.
it's Oh, thank God Joffrey's dead. I did like the line that we do have a pretty good scene with Tywin. Tyrion. Holy shit!
I know, but it's been so long since we've talked about these
It's
people.
very true. It's
Is
very
the thing, because like you have to like stop and think, be like, am I talking about the right person?
true. But they had that scene where it's Sansa talking to Tyrion.
Yes.
And then it's like, yeah, I haven't seen you since Joffrey's wedding. And then it's like that terrible affair or whatever. And then she says something along the lines like, oh, it had its moments. Like saying like, it was awesome when he died. Like Joffrey died.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that little line. But so that's also, we have an interaction with Tyrion Lannister. Tyrion seems to be, it's so weird. I saw somebody talk about this, so these are not original thoughts, but it's like ever since he kind of has met up with Dany, for the most part, he's been making bad mistake after bad mistake.
Yes.
And even Sansa says it. She's like, I used to think you were the wisest person I knew. Or like, and that was like, cause Tyrion again he was so smart and kind of a step ahead of everybody, but he's saying like, oh no, like, don't worry, Cersei's forces are going to get here and it'd be fine. And she's like, I thought you were actually smarter than
Yeah,
you.
he's more. He's almost like Danny's influence has like made him like blindly optimistic.
Yes.
Like
Which
he's
seems
not
to be
seen. He's seen the big picture, and not seen like what's right in front of him.
Which seems to be a theme with Dany. Like everybody, she kind of like, if you go to Jorah Mormont, he was like a spy for Robert Baratheon, and then he admitted to it because he believed in Dany. Like it's just these. So
she has this like influence on people.
Yeah, that they
for
want to
sure.
follow her.
Yeah.
So it's interesting that like him wanting to be part of her inner circle because he's hand to the queen. It seems like he's off his game for lack of a better term. Like I love that kind of arc that once a very smart, calculating, great at playing the game guy is kind of maybe a little bit off because of his blind
That's
loyalty.
true. But it does make it interesting.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to survive this season.
I don't think so. He seems to be on the chopping block. He's going to make one bad mistake, I think, and it's going to.
And that's going to really suck. Like I can totally see it coming, and I also understand why it would happen.
Yeah.
But it's going to suck.
Oh
seeing
yeah,
him.
yeah, definitely.
He's like a favorite,
Yeah, I mean,
but he's being too trusting.
yeah,
He's being way too trusting.
and he's not being as cunning and smart as he once was. So.
Yeah.
And I wonder, well, we can go into that story too. So Bronn has been hired by or paid by Cersei to execute Jaime and Tyrion if they were to survive the attack of
With
the
the
White
same
Walker.
crossbow that killed
that,
Tywin.
Yeah, that killed Tywin Lannister.
Poetic justice.
Yeah, so that I think that's interesting because Bronn has such a he saved both Lannister brothers multiple times because he fought. He originally, I think his first thing he did, he fought for Tyrion at the Vale where and saved him, and he saved Jaime. He saved Jaime from literally getting barbecued by a dragon last season.
Right.
So I wonder if he's and I think that's his arc, is that he'll do anything for money.
He'll do anything for that castle.
Yeah, that castle and that money and that title. But I think he's been so selfish in the past. I think this will be a turning point. I don't think he'll go through with it. At least.
See, that's interesting because one of my predictions is. Can we just sprinkle our predictions throughout
we
this?
could, yes, of course.
Because I think that he will, and I think. Oh, well, I don't know. I was initially thinking maybe both brothers would die at the same time.
Yeah.
But I think if Jaime's gonna die, he's probably gonna do something right before he dies that helps save people, and then he'll die.
Yeah.
Whereas Tyrion, I think, might just die.
Yeah. I can see Jaime dying by saving Daenerys.
Yeah.
Because that would be the
doing
ultimate
something
redemption.
I think he would do something that would help other people get forward.
Yeah.
But then in the process, sacrifice himself.
Yeah. Because that would make sense that he would save the daughter of the Mad King who he killed. That would be his ultimate kind of redemption arc. But I mean, so many theories.
There's so many things that could happen.
Yeah, so that was kind of Bronn's setup. We also have the story, if we go over to Cersei. Cersei finally had the Gold Company showing up, which I know in the books is a very famous mercenary group that never lose. They're hired, they're the gold standard, the Golden Company. So she has now employed the best army she could employ to protect King's Landing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So
We need a map.
yeah. So be it from the White Walkers or be it from whatever's left of Daenerys' army.
Right. But it's weird because Cersei seems when they told her oh, they've crossed over the wall, she's good. I'm bitch. Because
I think she's just
fate, girl.
I know.
Holy shit.
She's really not taking it very seriously, which
No, she's that's the thing. She has nothing to lose anymore.
yeah. Well, she does though. She has everything to lose if you talk about her power.
Well, I guess the power, but
Yeah,
she doesn't have
the
that
throne.
emotion. She doesn't have her children anymore. Those are the things that made her slightly human.
Yes.
Slightly more human.
But she is pregnant now. Last
Apparently.
night, with Jaime's baby.
But that could be fake because bitch was
Yeah.
drinking wine after she hooked up with what's his name? She was sipping wine.
Euron.
I don't know. Could be a fake pregnancy.
Maybe.
I'm just saying. One glass is fine.
Yeah, that's it. It's an incest baby. What's a glass of wine gonna do?
Ding ding. It's true.
Yeah, but so her whole thing was so Euron went and got the Gold Company, which is funny too because she's technically out of money, and the Gold Company is you have to pay them kind of thing.
Yeah.
And there was a whole story where Euron said like he killed a few of the gold company already, like right in front of the guy who's the head of the golden company. Like he's just like, yeah, they cheated at cards, or I cheated. I don't know. Anyway, they weren't great fighters. Like it's just it's funny.
He's such an asshole.
Oh, he's the worst. But
yeah, he truly is.
So anyway, the gold company's gonna fight, and then he's basically, she's like, yeah, I'll marry you, and we'll do our thing after the war's over. And he's like, wars take years. Let's do this now. So
appreciate his urgency.
Yeah.
I truly do.
And then he's just like, she stops and lets him like, oh, okay, let's go do this. And I made the joke when we were watching it. He seems so self-confident or self-conscious about sex. He's like, that was good, right?
Yeah.
I did really good things to you.
Yeah.
Please validate me as a man.
Was I better than Jamie?
That was creepy too. And she's like, was I better than Robert? And she's like, yeah, but Robert was just like, pretty much she said like the fat piece of shit.
Yeah.
And then he said, she didn't say anything about Jamie, but I was like, oh my God.
So she's obviously playing him, right?
Yes. There's no way that she's going to marry him.
Yeah.
I don't know how far it's going to go though. Like, this season's so crazy because I don't know what is going to be the final battle of this.
I know.
Because we do know that we have this episode and next episode, which is the White Walkers going towards, and episode 3 is the battle at Winterfell. I think that's been kind of
Oh,
revealed.
really?
Yeah.
That's when the episodes start getting longer too.
Yes.
Because I think next week is slightly longer than this week's.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's like an hour and 20.
Yeah.
An hour and like.
Which is crazy because that hour and 20 episode is going to be basically just a fight scene.
I'm so excited.
I know. I can't wait.
I might pay for. What are your thoughts on, like, one of us paying to get like the HBO subscription through Amazon Prime, and then we could just watch them live every Sunday?
You could. I mean, I'd be down.
I feel like it's a moment in time. Like, this is the last season of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to just wait till tomorrow.
Yeah,
you know?
no, I can't. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can't do that.
There's no way I can. I'm not one of those people.
Yeah. Well, I
Like,
usually stay up till I'm like, refresh. Is it out yet? Refresh.
I'm just thinking I might just pay the $30.
It's cheaper than that now. It's
Oh, is that? Well, I mean, I thought it was $14.99 per month or whatever.
It's $20
Oh,
a month.
I'd pay that.
Yeah, because it's now. It used to be HBO Go, but now it's merged with Crave. So you have to buy the Crave package with Crave and HBO. And it's
Okay.
$20 a month.
I mean, like, I would just do that and then cancel it once Game of
Yeah.
Thrones is done.
I mean, yeah, which is not that.
I don't think that that's too bad if
No,
we
no,
all
that's
went in
really
on
good.
it together.
Oh yeah, I would do that for
Like
sure.
shared login info or something. Oh, this is kind of off mic talk.
Yeah. Oh, it's all good.
But I truly love. I'm just one of those people. Like I can't do the whole wait till it's done and binge
Yeah.
it. That's just not me.
I can't live in a world where this show's not going to be spoiled. For me
Right?
if I don't. And I just can't live in a world where I don't watch it as soon as I can watch it.
I love being the person who knows what happened.
Yeah, exactly. Where you don't have to go like, nobody talk to me. No Game of Thrones spoilers.
Yep.
Like, it's funny. I watched it last night, then I went to play online with a few friends. One being Silent R. If you listen to the podcast, you know who Silent R is. But I got on with him and a bunch of my friends. I was like, where were you? And I was like, oh, I was watching Game of Thrones. And
No.
Yeah, another friend of mine, Dan's like, don't say anything.
I love how people assume that we're dicks.
I know that we're just gonna ruin everything. It's not like I live in this generation. I know not to spoil.
Yeah, you're smart enough to know that.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, so Cersei and Euron hook up. Euron did before they do hook up. Euron, when he got the gold company, he was on his ship, and he had I'm terrible at Tara, the Greyjoy.
Lara? It's something. It sounds like my name, but I think it's Lara.
I hope people that are obsessed with this show are not like these fucking idiots.
I don't think we're doing too bad.
No, I don't think
we
so
are
either.
close.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just kind of quickly looking at my notes and I don't see a name. Anyway, she's saved by oh man, I can't even remember his name now. fucking dickless. Theon Greyjoy, yeah.
But not before Mac from It's Always Sunny.
That's right.
An arrow through the eye.
Yeah. Good old, yeah.
I loved that.
That was amazing. I didn't know it was him till I saw yeah. And apparently Martin Starr was killed in that scene as well. Yeah, apparently it got a lot of people. So I was like, that's
so
kind of cool. I know that the Game of Thrones guys wrote one episode of It's Always Sunny, so it's probably like a little payback for that.
That's too funny.
Yeah. Flowers for Charlie, I think is the episode.
And I watched the featurette, and apparently George Lucas visited the filming of this episode.
Oh, shit. Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I hope he didn't give notes because...
Shit.
Yara. Her name's
Yara!
Yeah.
We were close.
I said Tara, but I'm like, it's not that. But yeah.
Lara.
So Theon rescues her. She headbutts him as kind of like, hey, remember when you pissed your pants and didn't save me the first time?
You pussy ass bitch.
But then like extends the arm to be like, okay, we're even now. Like, let's do our thing. They kind of sail off with a very small contingent of people who are backing them. Like, because most the people who backed the Greyjoys sided with Euron, and they have a small following. I think they have like 3 ships, but Theon was basically like, she's like, we'll go back to I forget what they call the Iron Islands. So if they lose the Battle of Winterfell, they'll have a place to fall back to because like the White Walkers can't get to the islands,
right?
Which I think is somewhat bullshit, but still. And then
I'm sure they could find a way.
Yeah, but then
White Walker whales. Sorry,
Great White Walkers.
Oh my god, that'd be madness.
But Theon kind of was like, well, and then she's like, okay, I know he feels guilt over what his part in the fall of Winterfell, so he's gonna go there and fight with them and inevitably die. Like there's no way that he survives.
Oh, he's gonna die. I feel like we should do a death draft, or at least
we could
list all the people we think won't make it.
We'll do, how about we'll do that at the end of the episode. We'll kind of
that sounds good.
Who we think lives or dies. So that was that story. I'm trying to like jump around. Oh, we have Bronn in a few different really creepy Bronn is just like totally the creepy horror kid in all these episodes now. Like in his wheelchair, John sees him. We have the reuniting with him and John. And John's like, oh my God, like, it's so good to see you. And he's just like, yeah, whatever. Like,
yeah.
He's like, we got stuff to do. We got to,
I think someone on Reddit said, like, I want to order a cardboard cutout of Bronn in the wheelchair and just place it in, like, random situations.
There's
like,
so
looking
many,
at people.
There's so many great, like, GIFs online. Like,
Reddit's on fire.
Yeah, it's amazing. There's one where, like, this girl who's walking around her house, and every window she walks around her house, her dog runs to and like is just waiting in that window. I was like, this is like Bronn last night.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So he's like full on like, because he said something like Jon Snow said like, oh, you're like a man now, and he's like, kind of like he's like because he's like he's becoming like the one-eyed raven or like the three-eyed raven.
Well, that's the thing. People on Reddit are like, is he just the three-eyed raven?
Like he's almost there, I think. I think he's much like kind of shedding his
because if he wasn't, I'm sure he'd react to seeing the guy who pushed him out of a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Or push him out of the tower.
Well, that was when Jamie said, at the end, that was
like, I feel like he's just totally a mystical being at this point.
Well, I think I think his whole thing is that he has a bigger purpose. Like,
right.
And now that he can travel through space and time and through other people and warg into like animals and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, he's kind of losing his identity, in a way.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Diddaloo, 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 diddaloo.
We are back. We got kind of cut off there for some reason. We were talking away, but we were basically talking about, we'll have to go back a little bit, but it was Bronn that was, he's talking to Jon.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we just got done talking about, where he basically was saying like, where he was kind of ignoring Jon. And
right.
Not ignoring, but like we were talking about he's different. He's kind of like, he's becoming something else more than just Bronn Stark. Like,
right.
He's becoming the three-eyed raven. He's becoming more in touch with the trees, I forget what they call them or whatever. But
yeah.
So that is kind of his arc going forward. He's all about what's happening, like, and it seems like he's manipulating the timeline a little bit because he can like maybe jump around time. He's more like he's telling people to do stuff at certain times. Like he says to Sansa and Danny, he's like we don't have time to argue. We got to get ready for the fight at hand.
Right.
He also has a scene that where he goes to talk to Samwell. Well, I guess to go back, Samwell Tarly goes and he's at Winterfell, and Danny wants to meet him because he saved Jorah Mormont from grayscale.
Right.
So she's like, hey, like I wanted to meet the guy who cured grayscale because that was like it's never been done before.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, cool, like, yeah, nice to meet you. And then he's like, yeah, you're the queen, and I'll kneel to you and stuff, but
Yeah.
You may have to pardon me. And she's like, oh, what did you do? And he's like, well, I kind of stole a sword. He said, I stole books from the Citadel, which is a no-no.
Mm-hmm.
And I stole my father's Valyrian steel sword. And I think he brings up his name, and she's like, oh, you know whose son. There's like dogs howling so loud.
There's a dog right next door, and the way that I see it is that it's a dire wolf, and
that's it.
We intended for it to happen. I'm actually going to complain to the landlord about this because she's been doing that since I got home.
It's insane,
and she's lucky I'm not someone who goes to bed at 10.
Yes, that's very true.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, she's like, oh yeah, no, I executed your father. Like, sorry. Like, he's like, well, at least I'll get to go home and see my mom, and my brother will be in charge. She's like, yeah, about that. He's barbecue
Also
as well.
dead.
Yeah, my dragon's pretty much burnt him and ate him. And then he's like really emotional by that, even though he plays it off like, cool.
Yeah.
Like, I'm cool. Like, this is fine. I'm fine. I'm gonna go get some air. So Sam goes outside, and this is where Ron was like, okay, you got to go tell Jon. You got to go tell Jon that he's Targaryen, so Sam basically goes to Jon, who is at the tomb of the Stark tomb, and he tells him, he's like, you weren't a bastard, like you were the son of Alana Stark, or
sure, let's go with that.
Yeah.
Man,
and
this episode should be
Rhaegar?
titled "We Try to Remember All the Characters' Names."
Don't kill her. Don't shoot the messenger.
The Stark lady.
Yeah, Lyanna. I think it's Lyanna.
And Rhaegar Targaryen.
I
know that name.
Yes. So he reveals it to something we knew all along, and we should go back. There is a scene, and like we said, it's a scene that's right here.
Don't freeze.
That Jon Snow finally rides a dragon, which is a Targaryen thing, which is also a giveaway.
Which is like, why did she not realize?
Yeah, that's very true too. Like, maybe she doesn't. Maybe she just assumes other people can do it. Maybe she doesn't really know that it's really just Targaryens that bond with these dragons.
That's true. But I'm just, I thought that was
it was just weird. Like, she just like, just ride them. Like, she encourages them. It's not even like, it would have been something different if like the dragon like kind of was like hinted at, like, just do it, or like pick them up with a tail and put them on or something.
Yeah.
Like, she's basically just like, just ride them.
And one of the best things on the internet right now is someone took that scene and put a whole new world over it. And it's just magical. Yeah. And there was another callback actually. Nice. When they landed and they're at that like waterfall place with the caves. Daenerys says we could stay here forever, which is similar to what Ingrid said in the cave.
That's right, yeah. I think Ingrid said we can stay there forever. Dany says we could stay here for 1,000 years.
She says something similar. It's very similar.
She says we could stay here for 1,000 years, and then Jon Snow says like we'd be very old when we left, though, or something.
Jon
like that.
has a type.
I don't even know what that type is. It's just like
clingers.
That's it.
Stay with me forever.
Yeah, and then right after that happens, it's just like, oh, you're having sex with your aunt or something.
But another point made on a podcast I was listening to, like, we've been watching Jamie and Cersei fuck this whole time.
Yeah.
And there's yet when it's those two, we're like,
but I think it is because there are heroes or protagonists where Jamie's not anymore, but like when they were initially doing it, they're like the bad guys. Like,
yeah, that's true.
And it's funny because I think I said this last night too. I was like, I think I'm putting more. I live in a society where incest is obviously a terrible, bad thing you shouldn't do, but they live in a world where it's like kings and like bloodlines and incest. Like Targaryens are notoriously incestuous.
Yeah.
So it's a different, I don't think it's going to matter as much as the bigger part, which is Sam basically being like, you're the rightful king.
Yeah. And he took it. John doesn't, I get the impression that John doesn't want that at all.
I don't think John ever, he keeps
He's
getting
never
these,
wanted it.
he keeps getting thrust into these power positions. Like he's a natural leader, but he doesn't want to be that.
Yeah.
He just takes that upon
He's kind of underqualified too.
Yeah, I guess.
He keeps getting jobs that he's underqualified
But I mean, he did make the right decision as like the knights, the king, the Lord of the Night's Watch.
Yeah.
Don't crucify.
Lord of
the whatever.
We're trying our best.
Yeah. I do really love this show. I'm
blanking on the title too.
Yeah, but he got kind of thrust in that position, but he made the right decision, even though a lot of people didn't think he made the right decision by letting the wildlings cross the border.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. He's a smart guy.
Yeah, like he's almost a natural leader, even though he keeps getting thrust in these positions where he seems underqualified. I guess is the best way of putting it. I don't know, but
I get that.
But yeah, so it's basically like, hey, you're the rightful king. And I don't think he's going to push it, but I wonder if he's going to reveal it too. Like
to Dany, especially, where it's like, this was your thing, but guess what?
Yeah. See, I think Jon Snow, like he doesn't lie either, because we had the whole thing with Cersei last season where she said something along the lines like, I will give you this army if you bend the knee to me and you say I'm your queen. And then he's like, I have a queen. Like and they're just like, you shouldn't have said that. You should have lied. But he's like, he's a very noble person.
Yeah.
He takes that from Ned, I think.
Yes.
Stark.
Yeah. No, 100%.
So I think he's not going to keep that secret. And I don't know if that's going to lead to her seeing him more as a threat.
Because the thing. Are they going to fucking fight?
Well, they've kind of hit this peak now. Like, I think peak relationship status where they go to that cave and they're
ruining the honeymoon phase with some incest.
Like they almost made like they're perfect, and now here's the wrench in the
here's
whole thing.
the hammer has fallen. Yeah.
Where she's gonna be like, he says that he doesn't want the throne, but does. Like, I'm wondering too. I'll get into my theories about Dany when we get there, but so there's that scene at the end, and that's kind of like a big kind of stamp on that. Also, we have going back to Arya. She sees Jon again. That's another callback because
I loved that reunion.
Yeah, because I don't think they've seen each other since the first episode.
No, it's been so long.
Yeah, and he gave her needle,
and she still has needle.
Yeah,
and she's been using it, and that was a sweet scene.
There's an interesting theory too. I saw somebody bring up why did at one point she shows him needle and he shows her Longclaw, like his Valyrian steel sword, and she's like, oh, interesting. He puts it back, but she has a Valyrian steel dagger.
Yeah,
and she just didn't. I was like, why would she kind of keep that a secret? I don't know.
That's curious
because I think she is keeping her faceless men assassin stuff secret too, because he's like, how'd you sneak up on me? And then she just doesn't really say. I mean, I don't expect her to be like, oh, I'm an assassin now, I trained and blah blah blah.
Right.
I was blind for a period. But
again, going back to just this episode is tying up so many loose ends.
Yeah. So we can move forward in a weird way.
And someone in my life described it as it pissed him off because he was like, it's like a checkbox. Like they're just going, check, check. This thing has to happen. So check. But I get it too. There's only 6 episodes. Like they gotta do it.
Yeah.
I understand where it's coming from.
I do too. Like, I just thought, and you know what? It was fun. I didn't think it was actually that bad, but a lot of these reunions we've been waiting a long time for, and we get so many in one
At
episode. So it takes a
once.
little the impact off of. Like,
It does. I
yeah.
felt the same. I did. I think my favorite one was John and Arya though.
John
I think
and
that
Arya,
was my favorite.
That one, yeah, that's probably my favorite. I'm trying to think who else. John, like the Braun one was like weird.
Tyrion and Sansa.
Yeah. And the John and Sam one was also undercut too because Sam's like, oh yeah, cool, we're back together anyway.
Got some shit to tell you.
Yeah. So that one's weird. Like this, I did like, even though for different reasons, I really liked the Sansa Tyrion one.
Yeah.
Like them back together because it had this.
There's trust there.
There's
you
trust
can
there.
You can tell that she trusts him.
A little bit, but she's like basically said like. But she doesn't trust Danny, and now he's the hand of Danny.
Right.
So there's a tension
So
there.
much drama.
Yeah, and she's so much she's much hardened and smarter than the last time they saw each other too.
Yeah.
Because she was just kind of I don't know, like a helpless.
Yeah, lady.
Yeah, but now she's like a hardened leader.
Yeah, she is.
So I did like that kind of exchange. We also have another 2 people come back together that I really liked was Arya and Gendry.
Yes, that was great.
Yeah, and even Arya and the Hound. Like, there's so many.
Arya and the Hound. But those 2 things happen at once. So like she goes in to see the weapons.
Yeah.
And request a weapon be made, which I didn't understand what that weapon was, but
the only
she
thing I
had,
know
she had a
is
custom request.
Yeah, and I think it's a staff because I think in one of the trailers you see her like kind of twirling the staff around. So I think it has like either I don't know if she gave him specs, but I think it was just for a dragon glass. I don't think she gave him the Valyrian steel dagger, but yeah, I think that's what she wanted. And we should say Gendry made the Hound an axe out of dragon steel,
Which looked
or
badass.
dragon glass. Yeah, it looked really good. And then he just kind of said some offhand comment about wildlings and to him, but
so unappreciative.
I know. But in his own way, the Hound is like his negativity is sometimes complimentary. Like,
100%.
Because he says it to like when him and Arya kind of meet up again, he's just like, "Oh, you're still alive, so I guess you're like a what's he say, like a tough bitch or something."
Yeah.
But he says it like it's his way of being like kind of like, "I'm glad you're still alive."
I liked that a lot, and I loved Gendry and Arya, where like there's a little bit of flirtation there.
Yeah, I like the like they're kind of whatever. Like, I don't think it's gonna end well. I don't think you'll see those 2 happily ever after.
I actually disagree.
We'll get
into the death draft.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for the death draft.
I guess the last thing I think we've covered everything but the very end scene. We get the Umber Boy.
Was that the last scene?
That was a lot. Oh no, it wasn't. There's 2 more scenes. I forgot about the very last scene.
Right.
But that scene before they go, it's the wildlings and the knights. The Night's Watch, I guess.
Yeah.
Kind of. Oh, and the Brothers Without Borders.
I just remembered John's title, King of the North.
Is it? Yeah, but it's. But is on the
Lord of the North?
It's like the Lord Commander of the Night's Watch or something like that.
Okay.
Because King of the North, technically, it's Queen of the North right now because it's. Sansa's the Queen of the North, but he was the King of the North. But then I forget.
Right.
So much.
Yeah.
So I guess we go to wherever the Umbers are, and their castle has been attacked by the White Walkers. They're pretty much all dead. They have the youngest Umber boy, who was earlier in the episode really cute, trying to like name off. He's like, my lady and my queen and the Lord. Like, he's just trying to, and it's obviously that's how the bloodlines work. No matter what, you're still the king.
Right.
No matter how young you are. But he is basically like on a spike in a wall.
Yeah.
And they've taken a bunch of arms and kind of made like
a spirally formation. And there's something cool on Reddit that actually takes that and fuck, I'm trying to find it. There's like it looks like other symbols
nice.
throughout the show.
Did you see the one where somebody posted a picture of a shrimp cocktail?
Yes, I just passed that one.
Like that kills me. I thought that was.
But I also remember when Dany was like in the field and like all the horses surrounded her.
Yeah,
that was also a similar shape.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah, that was a crazy scene.
Yeah, so he's up on the wall, and this is where like the Night's Watch. And not the Knights. Yeah, the Night's Watch. And Tormund's with the Brothers Without Borders or Banners. Brothers Without Banners.
Banner, yeah.
And they kind of reconverge because I guess they were when the wall came down, they were all at the wall. They finally come back together and they're like, well, the kid comes back to life too, and they have to burn him.
And it's terrifying.
Yeah, it's like you get those screams.
And there was a great comedic moment where
oh, it's where I think it's Eddie or Ed runs around the corner and he looks at Tormund.
His eyes are blue.
He's like, "My eyes are blue."
I loved that. You can tell that they're trying to do like comedy in this show lately.
Yeah,
this was kind of a comedic episode. There was a bunch of funny scenes.
Yeah.
In it, I liked that.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. I thought like I don't know, maybe it's always seen like Tormund's always been kind of.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
But yeah, I mean, so they're like, okay, if we go this certain way and we go around them, we can get to Winterfell to warn them before they get there. So they're gonna go to Winterfell,
right?
And the very last scene is Jaime comes into Winterfell. He gets off his horse. He's there to warn them that Cersei's not gonna send an army. And the first person he sees is good old Bronn, yeah, who's just staring right at him. Who I don't think is going to hold any ill will towards Jaime now that he's kind of gone in his three-eyed raven kind of way. But he may be his Oni backer there, which would be quite funny. I saw this scene cut with the Curb Your Enthusiasm music.
Oh, amazing!
So funny.
Oh, amazing!
Yeah. Yeah, so that is, I think I've touched pretty much everything.
That was a pretty decent recap.
Yeah. So
those were the big moments anyway.
Yeah, it's a good start to the season.
It is.
It's not, I mean, it's classic Game of Thrones. We're going to set everything up and now let's go. Let's we can move forward.
Pedal to the metal.
Yeah. So, any predictions that you have off the top of your head?
It's really hard because, like, you just know the show's, like, not going to do what you think it's going to do. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like,
100%.
I do think, I think most of my predictions are just, like, I still don't really know who will end up on the throne kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I do think, like, a lot of people will die.
Yeah.
And it's these dynamics, like, all these dynamics are going to play out, like, brutally. You just know it.
Yeah, of course.
I do think Jaime and Tyrion will die.
Yeah.
I don't think Cersei's gonna make it out.
No, I think she's dead too. I would say that.
Because there's no way that they would she's been on the throne this whole time. Like, what a way to end the season. Oh, she's still on the throne.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's no way.
I don't think it can end like that. That would be, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else is there? I honestly don't think. I think Dany's donezo as well.
Yeah, I think she's done. Well, I got somewhat of a list, I guess.
Ooh.
So we said, let's go one for one and say, so Tyrion Lannister, who we both.
Tyrion?
Yeah. God, Tyrion. I would give him a 50-50, but.
No, I think it's higher.
Really? Yeah.
I don't think I think they're signing him up to die.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go death on him. So you're saying death?
He will die.
Yes.
For sure.
Jaime.
I think I don't think it's a for sure.
Yeah.
But I think it's like a 70% chance.
Yeah.
That he will die. But I think he's gonna do it in a way, like I said, like he's gonna save.
Yeah.
He's gonna do something honorable.
Yeah.
And then die.
Cersei. I think Cersei's dead, yeah. Dany. or Daenerys.
I think, like, I honestly feel like that would be like one of the, like, that might be the last episode. You know?
I don't think they've been. The one thing Game of Thrones always does is try to set up what you like. She seems too much of a shoo-in to take the Iron Throne.
Yeah.
Like too much. Like if she got it,
That's like the happy ending.
yeah.
You know? And I don't think that.
I think she's gonna go mad. Like
Same.
Yeah.
But I actually think John's gonna kill her.
I do too.
Yeah.
There's somebody brought this up. It's a book thing apparently. They haven't done it in the show, but she has a prophecy that I guess a witch or something told her that she'll be betrayed 3 times.
Right.
One for blood, one for money, and one for love. And that she's already been betrayed twice. Blood was the witch that killed Khal Drago.
Mm-hmm.
The second one was Mormont betrayed her for money because he was in pain.
And then this is love.
So it's gonna be John.
And I do think like the show is setting it up to show like that she's not the queen that, you know,
Yeah.
we think that she is. Like I think Sam says at one point something like, would she give up the throne for her people?
Yes.
Like people are already questioning it.
Yeah.
So I just don't have a good feeling about like I love Dany, but I just don't think it's going
But
that
like
way.
they even showed that stuff with the Tyrwells that like where Tyrion said like don't kill these people, like you don't need to burn them alive to make a message. And she did anyway.
Exactly.
And it all goes back to the one reason I think she got him on his side is that she mentioned he's like, you want to reinvent the wheel or something. And she's like, I want to destroy the wheel and change the hierarchy of Westeros. But the problem is, and this is not me thinking, but I heard somebody talk about it, which makes a lot of sense, is that Tyrion brings that up every time he's brought that up afterwards, like that notion of just making something totally new. And she gets like very defensive about it or like doesn't agree anymore. Like she's slowly not representing what she did at one point in time.
Set out to. Yeah.
So I think there's going to be something drastic there. And I think John's going to be the one that kills her.
Oh, that's going to be insane. I that's got to happen.
Yeah, I would think so. And
the other thing I think for sure will happen is that she will have to kill the ice dragon.
Yes.
She will have to kill one of her children.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think it's going to be her. I don't think it's going to be John. I don't think it's going to be anyone else. I think it's going to be her who kills the ice dragon. And I think we might have to lose another dragon.
Yeah, I think Drogon. They put a lot on.
Oh, will it be Drogon?
I think Drogon will be the one that survives.
Okay, yeah.
But I would be more of an emotional impact if he is the one that dies.
Oh, that would be insane.
Yeah, because he is the one they focus on the most on the show. He's the freest one because the other two were enslaved by her, and he went away for a while and then came back to rescue her.
Maybe Drogon will choose John over her and then light her on fire. Maybe Drogon will kill his mother.
That'd be insane.
This is on record. Just in case it happens.
Somebody had another point, though, or idea is that Bronn, when he first talked to the Three-Eyed Raven, the original, he said something like, you'll never walk again, but you'll fly?
Yeah.
Which, that could be just being like, you are the Three-Eyed Raven, because ravens can fly. But
we left off at
a little more technical.
Oh, by the way, we've been saying Bronn. It's Bran. Because Bronn is the brothel guy.
That's right. Oh,
but... like, I mixed that up too.
Yeah.
Because I started saying Bronn.
I'm going to have to put an intro in this. Being like, I fuck up a lot. I call Bran. We were talking about Bran and the fact that he was told that he will never walk again, but he will fly. So we were just talking about like, he could inhabit a dragon possibly, and that's where it's going. And it could even be the Night's King's dragon. I saw that theory online somewhere.
Which would be insane.
Yeah, that would be like, I don't know. Anyway, it's like next level. So
that would be so cool. Like that, I want that to happen.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
We also have Sir Davos. For some reason, I think Sir Davos will live.
Yeah, I
He
think
seems
he's
like
yeah.
I don't think his death will pack a lot of punch, but I think
Right.
he's a guy that seems to get out of a lot of situations.
Yeah.
And I like him. So, and some
He has
people,
many lives.
Some people have to survive, right?
It's true.
We have Sansa Stark. Do you think she's gonna live? I say no. I think she's gonna die.
I think there's a good chance she will. And I think if she does live, it ain't gonna be good.
Yeah.
Like, she's not gonna be in a good spot.
No, I don't think so either. We're taking a lot of people to die, though. There'll be
Yeah.
like nobody.
Is
left.
just everyone gonna die? No, I actually think there's certain people that will.
Yeah. Arya, I don't think she'll die.
I don't think she'll die. I
No.
think she lives. I think Jon lives too.
I think Jon lives as well. Theon, I think, is a walking dead man. Like,
Yeah.
he's definitely gonna die at the he's gonna die at the fight for Winterfell. Or
For
whatever.
sure.
Samuel Tarly, I think he'll live.
I think he will. Because I
Yeah.
think,
He's got that family dynamic.
Yeah.
I think he's safe. Brienne of Tarth.
Ooh. See, now that, I almost feel like if Jamie's going to do anything honorable.
It's gonna save Brienne of Tarth. Yeah, that would make sense. That would make a lot of sense. I really hope she survives, just so her and Tormund.
No, her and Jamie.
No, Jamie's dead. Did I say he's gonna live though? I think I said he's gonna live earlier. No, it's got to be Tormund.
Okay, fair enough.
Not that none of my ideas don't matter at all. I guess we can bring up Tormund. I think he's gonna live.
Yeah, I think he'll live.
Gilly, I think Gilly's safe. Really? You think they kill off Gilly?
That would be pretty bad.
Yeah. But I don't know. Maybe. Jorah Mormont?
I think he's dead.
Yeah.
I think he'll die in battle.
Yeah, he's on borrowed time, I think, as well. Melisandre. I think she is dead because I think she alluded to that before. Like, she's not in this episode.
Almost think it's either going to be both of them, her and Grey Worm, or just Grey
sorry,
Worm.
not her, though.
Oh,
Melisandre's the Red
Melisandre.
Witch.
Fuck's sakes.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see her dying.
I think she said I think she alluded because she said something to Varys.
Something like, I'll die on these
Like,
grounds or
yeah.
something.
I'll return here
Yeah.
one time. I don't know.
Yeah.
But she also implied that Varys is going to die as well. So I think he's probably dead
Jesus
as well.
Christ, this is a bloodbath.
Yeah. Gendry?
I think he lives because I think there's a good chance he could end up on the throne.
Really? That'd be interesting. I think he lives too. Grey Worm?
I think he dies because I think it's that like go down fighting kind of thing.
Yeah, I think he's definitely done. Qyburn, who is the creepy maester.
Oh, he dead.
Yeah. The Hound and the Mountain. I think they both are.
I think. Is everyone gonna die?
A lot of people are gonna die.
Can we just call this episode "Everyone Dies"?
Everyone dies. I don't think there's any way that. Well, the Mountain's probably gonna die.
Do you think that they're gonna fight?
Yes.
So maybe it's a situation where they're fighting, and the Hound kills the Mountain first.
And is mortally like wounded, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see.
But that said, I thought that that's what was going to happen with the what's that? What was that fucking battle with the head crushing?
Oh, the Viper versus the.
When that was happening, that's what I thought was going to happen.
Yeah.
And then
That was a little
it did
switcheroo.
not go that way at all.
And I guess I had one more here. Obviously, I'm not going to go through everything. Oh, Euron. Euron's dead.
Yeah, I think he gets. So really, we've Arya, Jon,
Yeah, I don't know who. Arya, Jon,
Sam, Tormund,
Brienne of Tarth.
Brienne, I think will live.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Braun. Oh, we can bring up Braun too. I forgot about an actual Braun and Bran.
Bron, I think he will survive.
I think he'll survive, but I think he'll like the three-eyed raven. He'll be in that like wood cocoon. Like he'll exist amongst the trees or whatever. Like
Oh, that'd be creepy.
yeah, And Bronn, I
Or
think
Bran.
no actual wait, which
Oh, you were talking about Bran.
yeah, Bran.
Yeah, Bran Stark will be.
Amongst the
Yeah.
but Bronn, I think Bronn's gonna live.
I think Bran will live too.
Yeah.
Yeah. He has to keep banging prostitutes.
I love that one where Qyburn was when he's with the prostitute and Qyburn's like, such a nice girl. She's gonna
Die of
succumb to the
pox.
pox. He's like, which one?
Yeah.
Oh, Bronn's awesome. But
great.
any bold predictions? What do you got?
I don't think who's gonna end up on the throne will be who we. I think it'll be an unexpected person.
Well, you
I also
said
heard.
yes.
Oh yeah, I also heard a wild theory
Okay.
that the person who ends up on the throne will be a mask, and it will actually be Arya, but someone like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Throw them for a loop.
Yeah. I don't like
So she like tears off the face, and it's her. How crazy would that be?
that would be crazy. That would be. But I don't who do you have who is your pick right now who you think's gonna be on the
I just don't know. Like, I mean, even saying Jon Snow
Seems
is
way
too.
too obvious.
So I think Gendry.
Gendry, yes.
Gendry
He does have blood of
Stark.
Stark blood, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I really don't know. My mind still tells me John in a weird way, but
Yeah,
that seems like an obvious choice, especially after this episode.
but I think like the for sure obvious choice is Daenerys. So I know for a fact she
Yeah.
will not.
Yeah.
She will not
That's-
live.
yeah.
She's gonna die. It's
I
gonna
think
suck.
she's gonna go. Yeah, I think she's gonna go mad, and John's gonna kill her. And I think that's I don't know. I think that may be how it ends. It's just John like kills her and then takes the throne, but like kind of begrudgingly. Like
Yeah. Oh.
yeah, that's a classic Game of Thrones.
Are
thing.
you nervous for the direction at all? Like, I'm feeling a little nervous.
Like what? Like
Yeah, about
I
like
am-
what's gonna happen and how
well,
like how they're gonna.
the sad if what's to believe out there is to be believed that the Iron Throne that episode 3 is going to be the fight for Winterfell. They can't win that, right? Because that'd be like to take out the White Walkers that early.
Yeah, there's no way.
I don't think so. And my big theory is that the White Walkers are going to attack Winterfell. And there's going to be a huge battle, and we're going to lose a lot of characters that we like
Yeah.
and love in that battle.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to try to retreat probably back to King's Landing. But I think the last thing, and this is totally, I'm probably way off on this. In the fight, in the first fight, we never see the Night's King, and it's going to cut to King's Landing, and it's just going to be the Night's King on his dragon, and he just lays waste to like King's Landing, and like takes out basically the two armies, and then a small pack will band together, and that will be the sacrifice.
It's gonna be. They're gonna get demolished for sure.
Yeah.
And like that's why I'm just like, there's no way that we don't lose most of the people.
I think
It's just a matter of how we lose them.
Yeah. I think some are going to obviously survive Winterfell. I don't think Jorah's going to survive Winterfell. I think most of the Night's Watch is not going to survive Winterfell. Grey Worm is not going to survive Winterfell.
I think the Lannisters will die not in battle, but in some family drama situation.
Maybe.
Like side story. Like I don't see them dying in like the battle scenes. I see it being like a side scene.
I don't see Tyrion dying in battle.
I don't either.
I can see Jaime dying in battle, though. I
Yeah.
can see him sacrifice himself. But I don't necessarily think it will be the Winterfell battle. I think it will be whatever the second big fight is, which obviously we know nothing about. They haven't released any details about it. But we know the first one is for Winterfell.
Right.
And then there is another huge one.
There's another one.
But who knows?
yeah, it can't just be one battle, eh?
Yeah. What if the Night's King sits on the throne at the end of all this? It could just...
You know that? Would they put us out that badly though? like I don't know.
think so.
I do think that this is a ruthless show,
Yeah.
but I think they have to have some form of like that was a shocking ending but a good one.
Yeah.
You know? Like
can still be-
they
yeah,
want to shock.
Yeah. But, and also, where's Melisandre going? Because she went last season to get something to bring back for the oncoming battle. So is she going to show up in episode 3 or is she going to show up for the second battle? And if she does show up for whatever the second battle is, I think that gives more weight to the Gendry
I
idea.
seriously
because
think he has a good chance to like end up on this fucking throne.
Because she's always backed him for having king's blood. So
Yeah.
maybe that's who she is going to back in the final kind of fight, or like fight for the king. Because that could be an ending too, is that he sits on the throne and maybe Arya is his queen. Like that's kind of, that could always work. But
What about the direwolves? Do you think the direwolves will be?
well,
Do
there's
you
only
think Ghost?
2 left, right? Ghost and Nymeria.
Yeah. Do you think
I
they'll
think-
be make an appearance?
I think Ghost will definitely make an appearance. I don't think Nymeria will, but
I heard a cool thing about like the names of the direwolves
okay.
and how they're connected to their human person. In
Oh,
other
okay.
words, like Nymeria is a warrior apparently.
Okay, yeah.
And so Arya, like her whole arc was like being this warrior.
yeah.
Bran, now that's where it gets interesting because his wolf was named Summer.
Gotcha. And
What
he-
comes after winter?
Uh-huh. Summer. Well, spring?
That's-
Fall.
I guess technically, but you know what I mean.
I know, they're the two extremes.
Like the future.
Yeah.
Like so so I don't know, there could be something
Yes,
there.
yes.
Ghost, Jon Snow died and came back.
That's very true.
Lady was
Lady,
Sansa's, you know, her whole thing was
Yeah.
being a lady and
She's Lady Stark now, so.
yeah. So like it's
that's
kind of
awesome.
interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting. Yeah, I hope we get some more ghosts. I heard that they don't use them a lot on the show because the special effects for them are just suck to do.
The other thing I heard, I love the little tidbits from different podcasts and videos, was the scene with Cersei where she mentions elephants.
yeah.
Did you hear about this too? That like they put that in there as a meta thing to be like
We're
explain
not
to
doing
elephants.
elephants. Yeah. Because
I appreciate that so much. I'm just like that means that they're looking out for us.
Yeah, exactly.
In
They're
some
just
ways.
like, yes, I know all the people who read the books love that they fight with elephants. We're not doing
It
elephants.
would
on this.
be unreal though if they were twisting it that way to make it seem like we're not getting elephants.
Yeah.
And we gonna get some motherfucking elephants.
I don't think we're going to.
I don't think we will. Yeah, no.
Yeah. So I don't think I have any more thoughts. I don't.
What do you think the next episode will be focused on? Because
Well, I
the
looked at
trailer was a bit weird.
Yeah, I think it's going to be. I
Vague.
think it's going to be a lot like the first. Like we're not going to get the battle in the next episode. Apparently, that's after. So
We'll probably get it'll probably end with it about to happen. Or
Yeah, I think
like
that's kinda-
something. Yeah.
yeah. But I mean, maybe they're psyching. I don't think they are psyching us out. But the whole Hard Home episode, which is still my favorite episode of Game of Thrones, they started out where they're just getting the wildlings out, and you think it's just a normal episode. Then bam, it's just like a full-on action movie for the next like 40 minutes of that.
Right.
I don't think they're gonna do it here, but I think it's gonna be.
More tying up strings, but maybe
Yeah.
some more. Like they're probably gonna just ease us
Well,
into
now
this.
you have Jamie back in Winterfell, and
That's a whole thing. Yeah.
that's a huge thing with with him being a Lannister and the Starks being there. Also, he killed Daenerys's father, so
Oh yeah,
she's
we're
gonna
gonna get
want
that
payback.
confrontation. Yeah.
so I think it's gonna be. That's why I think it's gonna be a lot of them being like, let's kill this guy. Let's exact our revenge. And I really think it's gonna be a lot of Bran. I got it right.
Bran.
Bran being like, we need him, like,
Yeah.
and
True. Yeah.
him being the
Yeah.
one that probably should hate him the most in a weird way.
Yep. But again, he's three-eyed ravened up. Like,
Yeah, he's just like-
he's not feeling much.
Yeah,
He's
so-
just going through the motions.
He's just the voice of it. So I think it's gonna be a lot of Jamie stuff.
Yeah.
A lot, probably more bickering between Cersei and Daenerys.
How do you think Cersei will die?
Well, there's a prophecy for her too, that she's gonna die at the hands of her brother.
Right.
So I think it's kind of setting it up that
Jamie will kill her.
Jamie will kill her, because I think it's one of those misdirection things, red herrings again, where it's like she wants Tyrion
Right.
dead so
So people think it's gonna be Tyrion to kill her.
yeah, and it's gonna be Jamie who actually kills her. And apparently she's going to be choked to death. I think that's in the
Oh,
post.
interesting.
So, with his golden hand, it's a metaphor, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess he would have to survive the next battle to make it back. There has to be a part
I
where
can see that. I can see him surviving it.
Yeah, either they go to King's Landing or King's Landing's taken. They meet somewhere else. But
Yeah, that's true. Oh man, there's so much.
because I think that's another misdirect. I'm just like, Cersei's feeling too good about having this big army behind her and being there. I think there's going to be a twist where the White Walkers like attack on two fronts or something. I feel like Winterfell's not going to be the only thing they attack. I think they may attack
That's very true.
that as well. But
Holy fuck. It's exciting though. I'm so excited.
I'm so glad it's back. I'm sad that it's going to be gone after 5 more episodes, which is insane.
Which I feel like right now it's cool to hate on Game of Thrones on the internet.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're seeing that in your Facebook feed too, but I'm
Yeah.
seeing a lot of statuses being like, can't wait for this to be over. People can stop talking about it. Like,
Yeah.
like it's just like, man, there was a time where this show was like, again, like the best show on TV, but now we're at a point where we're like criticizing so much.
But I think that is any show that gets as big as this gets, it's going to have haters. Like the bigger you get, the more haters you have. And that's fine. If you don't like Game of Thrones, you're wrong. But I
Fuck
get it.
yourselves.
Yeah. But
It's such a good show.
But I do understand the idea of like getting, maybe not hating the show, but not ever being into the show. And then that's everything you go is people talking about Game of Thrones. But you should take that as a sign. It's a fucking amazing show.
You should take that as a sign. Check it out.
Yeah, I'm not a huge, and like, I'm not a huge fantasy reader, watcher, whatever, but good storytelling is good storytelling. And this is
And it's
great
just
storytelling.
fun to watch.
Well, it
From a
pulls at your-
visual standpoint as
Yeah.
well. Like,
and it's emotional as fuck. It will put you through the ringer. This is a world that
yeah.
like will chew you up and spit.
Oh,
you
that's a
out.
good question, actually. Of the people that we think will die,
Mm-hmm.
who do you think, which one will you take the hardest, do you think?
Ooh, the people who are left who will
Yeah.
probably John, I guess.
What do we think he'd live, though? Like, of the people
that I
of the people that
picked.
we suspect will die.
Out of all those people, the one I probably take the hardest, Tyrion.
Yeah,
probably?
same.
Yeah,
Because I was thinking about it, I'm like, like, I love Dany, but I just don't think I'll be that sad to see her go.
there's elements of her character that
Are not ideal.
Yes, and I think it is slowly showing you a dark side. Like she's not perfect. And I think that, and she's slowly but surely losing her original vision for everything. So I think she's gonna have a turning point when I think John's gonna tell her like, I am the rightful heir. Even if John's like, I think he's like, I am Targaryen.
Yeah.
But I don't want the throne. I back you. You're my queen. I think that's going to start to make her go mad a little bit.
Yeah.
And she's going to just distrust him.
Right.
Just because she's like, and
I
I
can
just
see
think,
that.
what?
I can see that.
Yeah. I think that's going to be,
She's going to go mad.
yeah. And I think you'll see some more conflict between them, maybe with like the Tarwell stuff, like her doing something very drastic that John's against, and it may put like, I don't know, a little bit of a,
Yeah.
like maybe Sam tries to do something, or Sam won't kneel to her because he feels bad about her,
Or
and,
maybe
like,
she'll threaten Arya or something.
yeah, I mean,
or Sansa.
maybe
Like-
there is that boiling like
Tension there.
yeah, and maybe John like. And maybe that is it. Maybe that's the betrayed by love, like betrayed by John's love for his sister. And yeah, so
I like that theory too.
So I mean, maybe I don't know. It's
gonna be interesting to see it play out and see if we were right on anything. We can come back to this.
which
episode.
I'm never. When it comes to Game of Thrones, I don't think I'm ever right. But which I enjoy. I enjoy stuff I don't really see coming.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
That's the beauty of the show.
yeah. But yeah, I think we're gonna lose some people in the next episode. But
It's gonna be a bloodbath.
it very much is. And then do you have that dual thing too, where like the people who died, they get resurrected.
Oh yeah, that was another thing. People are predicting that we're gonna see a White Walker Hodor.
Oh, that would That makes sense.
Like, how insane would that be?
Yeah, that would be awesome, actually. Somebody has the theory that they think Grey Worm is going to be
A White Walker.
a White Walker as
Yeah.
well, because I guess the actor said not necessarily anything, but he said something along the lines like, a lot of people are going to be conflicted by my character.
Oh, yes, that's right.
So, I mean, that's perfect. Like, if you like a character and then they've suddenly become a White Walker.
You're like, well, I want you to die now.
Yeah. And maybe he kills, like, his girlfriend, like, and that will be the confliction. So, I don't know. This show it's so good. The only thing that sucks is that we have to wait a week after week to watch it. This is one
Better
show
than a year.
Yes. It was one of the shows, though, I wish was on Netflix, where I just got every episode.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I think I might just buy the subscription and have Game of Thrones nights.
Yeah. Anyway, anything for last call on?
I really enjoyed the first episode. It wasn't an action-packed episode.
Yeah.
But I think it was a necessary one. Like, it wasn't insane. The dragon riding was cool.
Yeah, it was cool. I thought the dragon special effects are insanely good. I thought it looked a little green screeny when they were flying, but it's a TV show. It's not a
And
movie.
very cheesy.
Yeah. And they have a huge budget, so they have to cut some costs somewhere. But that was really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, just seeing the gang get back together, it's amazing.
It's insane. And like people that you never thought would cross paths are now.
Yes. Yeah. Especially
Crossing
like
paths.
or just like stories that may not ended well that now are back. Like I said, Arya and the Hound. I thought that was a great. Oh,
Yeah.
you're alive. You're alive too. Like,
Exactly.
I love those little things. Like I said, I think it would have worked a little bit better to stretch some of that out, because we get so many. Like in that scene where you literally get two people, like Arya with the Hound and Gendry. Like,
Yeah.
but other than that, I think it did really well. Like with reestablishing relationships, setting up what's to come in the season.
Yeah, setting the table.
Giving us a little bit of the White Walkers through the kid. Ned Umber. That's the boy's name. It's Ned Umber. And and then setting up crazy Cersei to have like this big, huge fighting.
She's so crazy. I love her.
Yeah. So,
I love Cersei. Like I will actually be sad to see Cersei go.
I don't know if I'll be sad, but
In the sense of like she's just been this. And Lena Headley.
oh, she's amazing.
Is such a great actress.
Yeah, she's amazing. It's
Yeah.
the only her performance.
I hate
is
to love her.
Yeah.
Or love to hate. Love to hate is that's right.
Yeah.
I love to hate
I
Cersei.
love to hate it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think that.
But that's about it. So hopefully we'll have another reviews episode about at the end of it all.
Yeah. Maybe even it's only 6 episodes. I was saying halfway.
Yeah.
Maybe after the big fight, but maybe we'll save it to the end. And even I don't like a show like this that's linear doesn't lend itself to like a wine list sort of thing. But we'll see how each episode plays out, and there will be a wrap up episode now. What type of format that is, I don't know, but there will.
Exactly.
Be. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you
and
for
helping
having me.
helping me through recording this, because that's been a treat. But
It has been. We've had a lot of issues, but we got through it.
we got through it. So thank you so much. Thank you for
Thanks for
talking with us.
having me.
Yes,
Anytime.
Follow us on social media. We're on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. On Twitter, we're _Toxicated. Send us an email or anything to intoxicatedpodcast@gmail.com. Rate, review us on iTunes, or anything you can rate and review us on. It helps out tremendously.
Oh, hells yes.
And I've been throwing this out every once in a while.
Ooh.
If you rate and review the show and you have a question, so if you rate and review us 5 stars,
you got to do 5.
you gotta do 5. But
Don't
if you
do
do that,
4.
any question you ask in the comments that you put on our 5-star rating, I will answer no matter
Anything.
what. Anything. I will answer.
No matter how dirty,
No matter how dirty.
you will answer us.
Yes. So
love
if
that.
you give us a 5-star rating, you can ask me anything, but keep it PG for the on the rating thing. You can't be saying X-rated words on our reviews. But yeah, I will answer anything. Thank you, Dr. G, for the theme song. And remember, in the mortal words of Lou Brown, we're all out of towels. I'm too old to be diving into the lockers.
Do you ding?
I don't.
Damn it. that's where the video should end.
That is.
No satisfaction with the bell ring.
Intoxicated.